My name is Stephen Shaw, and I'm here to teach you guys a real simple, safe, should be safe, leg routine that you can incorporate, supplement with, create a whole workout out of. So I'm going to show you some stuff maybe you've never done before.
So, it's especially good for if you have any knee problems, but it's also just great for anybody to kind of get the legs warm and to start that initial burn. So, feet close, and I just call them simple, I call them sit and stands, because you're literally sitting down and standing up. Boom, boom. Sit there, stand up. Get that full rest at the bottom. So literally muscles are disengaging at the bottom and then reacting right away as you stand up. Your feet are close for 3 rounds, or do 20 of them like that, and then do something. See, there's something called active rest. I like to call it in-betweeners, because it's just stuff that you do that keeps your heart rate up, but you don't overdo it. Sometimes if you're just barely beginning, then just rest in between for a good 15, 20, 30 seconds even if you need to. But you've got like some active rest stuff. It's like jump rope jumps, pop, pop, pop. Some say out, in, out, in, out, in. Front kicks, pop, punches, pop, pop, pop. So anything to keep the heart rate up, but that allows you some rest time. So after you do 20 of that, and then 20 of some kind of active rest, you go shoulder with feet. Now what you want to make sure that you're doing when you're sitting and standing is you're not just standing up like you would normally stand up, right? You're going to get those feet out just a little further so that those knees do not move. Those knees stay back. It's all heel pressure as you stand and as you sit, okay? Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. We're going to do 20 of those, and then another 20-second active rest. Feet are always straight until we go wide, which is the next one. Pop. Okay, you want to be wide, toes out, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. 20 of those, and then another 20 of active rest. Remember, rest when you need to rest, actually rest, but don't take too long. Don't let the body start cooling down. Just enough for the leg burn to go away, for you to catch your breath. If you start feeling nauseous, which is a common thing, especially for leg day, then you want to just take a little breather. But so I want you to do 3 rounds of that. Start over again, feet close, shoulder wide. If that's too much for you, then you stop when you've done your wide, and then we do the next one. It's a little progression, a little more difficult. Literally just butt taps, because your butt's just tapping on your seat. So feet back to feet close again. Stand up, position everything right, and then tap. You don't stop until the butt taps wherever your seat is. Now you can also find, if you can find different levels of places, maybe your chair's a little too low, so then you can fold up your mat and put it on there, or just put something to raise it up a little bit. So again, 20 butt taps, pop. You're a little in-betweener, 20 shoulder with butt taps, pop. Remember, you're just touching it, so now we've eliminated that rest at the bottom, right? So now it's good, the burn's going to really start creeping in. Same thing with wide, tap, tap. 3 rounds of that, and then we still want to be progressive, right? So the next order of business would be, because we got to keep getting, and this is the thing too. Like with these, you could literally, if you're new or maybe have knee problems or whatever it is, you could start with those butt tap or the sit and stands by themselves. You could make a whole workout out of just continuing to change your feet placement, do 3 rounds of 20, see how you feel after, a few rounds of that. So by the time you're done with your workout, you should have done at least, the 100 of each foot placement, or just 100 sit and stands, period. That's just for beginner stuff. So you always want to take it slow, especially with leg day. You don't want to jump in the legs for your first day and overdo it and think that you feel good, and then you're going to not be able to walk for 2 weeks. So start slow for sure. But if you feel like this is going to be something that's going to push you and make you better, then the next progression after those 2, you got sit and stands, butt taps, and now you're going to go full just regular, no seated, no tapping squats. So feet close, just full squats. Bam, hands out front, because you want the butt to be back, and you want the knees to stay behind the toes. So I'm pushing through the heel of my feet all the time. Pop 20 of those, and I like to reach real low. Some people will tell you differently. If your back hurts or knee hurts, then don't go as low. But if you can, get down there, because the lower you squat, the more your butt gets involved. I don't care who you are, man or woman, everyone wants a butt that's not flabby. So my rule of thumb is, if you want a high butt, you got to squat low. Okay, so you do 20 of those feet close squats, and then you're going to switch to the shoulder width squats, of course. Full squats, hands forward, butt back, boom, boom. Try to keep the back straight. Again, active rest in between, and then wide. Knees are out. Same rule apply. Toes are out. Full squats, all the way up and down for 20. Once you've done 3 rounds of that, you're going to be hurting pretty good.
you're gonna be ready to work out. If you're one of these people who really needs to be pushed and enjoys the burn. So when you're done with that, now it's time to hit it hard. So I call these jack squats, and you're not gonna be able to see my feet, but it's basically a jumping jack and a squat mixed together. And because we're following the trend of our feet placement, right? Feet close, shoulder width wide, and we do that because every little switch up to your muscle movement is going to shock those muscles up. It's going to make them work a little different. And why do we want to do that? Because then we continue to burn as many calories as we can with each workout, build as much muscle as we can with each workout. Muscle burns fat, so we just want to keep that circle of love going. So this is jack squats, all right? Feet close, jumping jack, and a squat. Jumping jack, and a squat. People might call those something different, but when I started doing those, I didn't see anybody doing that, so I call them jack squats. I think it seems appropriate. Do your in-betweener or rest, whatever you got to do at that point. After that, because we've ramped it up a little bit, we're going to go shoulder width. We're going to go shoulder width hop squats. So it's just a full squat, little hop at the top, full squat, little hop. Make sure you're not landing. You're not landing and then squatting. It's a full, think of it like a teeter-totter motion. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so 20 of those. And then rest or active rest, whatever you got to do. And then wide sways, okay? Because we could go wide hop squats, but right now, because we want to keep switching up and shocking the muscles, we're going to go wide, squat down low, and then just sway. Bam, bam, bam. Now make sure you're not doing like this, or make sure you're not doing just this, your whole body, so all that weight is over and on each leg. By the time you're done with that, if you still feel like you got something or you want more to add to your workout, this is where I really turn up the pace for people who can handle it. So they've done all that, they've done 3 rounds, all that. Now it's time for jump lunges and up downs. People call these burpees too. Not a big fan of burpees because the way you flop and drop and all this stuff. So these are going to look a little differently. So quick switch, hop, hop. So 20 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4 for 20. And then 10 up downs. You drop to your hands, kick your feet out, kick your feet in, stand, hop. 10 of those. 20 jump lunges, 10 up downs, 3 rounds of those 2, and you'll be golden. That'll keep you sore, and that's a routine that you could do every week. Switching it up once in a while, go jump on the machines and do some hamstrings and quads and specific areas like that. But with those workouts, I've been using that same routine for quite a long time, incorporating different leg press and stuff in between, or replacing this and that with that. That's a good start. It's a good way to switch it up. Good luck.